Hi everybody, Alvina Usher, your Ottawa real estate expert, is here. I'm here with Tim McCarroll from Simply Mortgages. And Tim, I can't believe that this whole year already passed.
Yeah, crazy year.
Crazy year, yeah, with
sure.
1.75% interest dropping,
Yeah,
and
in
all
just
of
the
us.
last 4 months. Not
I
even?
know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I think it gave us a really good boost in the fall with a little bit of the business coming.
Yeah, that's true.
Coming
Remember
up.
the last video we did, right? We were talking about the fact that people are going to jump off the sidelines and get in the game because the interest rates are going to come down, and we are seeing that happen right now.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? I think we're starting here very good with, again, the collaboration between partners in the business. And I really loved working with you last year.
Likewise.
And I'm hoping to collaborate with you this year, which is so important for us.
Hey, you know what? As we up our games, you all benefit.
Absolutely. Everybody. It's all for our clients. Sometimes clients have, not I would say a problem, but just challenges with one organization, and they can go and take the mortgage with another mortgage broker. I mean, it's happening, and we have to be ready to provide them an options and a good options with the good people.
It's true.
Right?
Very true.
So, Tim, what I want to talk about today, and not talk about, I want to ask you about the insights for 2025.
Yeah, the inside scoop, right?
I know. Like, you probably know something that we don't know.
I know a couple of things. I can share definitely with the audience.
Please.
First off, one, you got to be very careful with this whole tariff tax coming in. That's going to be really interesting to see what's going to actually happen with the Canadian dollar. It's going to also happen in the fact that like a lot of people are possibly looking at moving away from Canada just because obviously the economy suffers from it. There's going to be a lot of different conversations happening. Even Mr. Wonderful, obviously, if everybody knows from Shark Tank, he's definitely taking the reins and talking about how Canada should join the U.S. It's the 51st state. There's a lot of conversation about this kind of stuff. So it's really interesting to see where we're going to go from here. The biggest information right now, we have two rate announcements coming out in a very, very short period of time. We have one actually happening at the end of January 29th. We don't know exactly what's going to happen yet. Now, the job numbers did come out good for December, but the most educated people know that those were all seasonal, part-time jobs. Obviously, I'm not sure if you know this, but the actual jobs that came out, more than 80%, I think at least for sure 60, were all in the public sector, which means the government has put a huge halt on hiring, which again means the fact that there's an election coming around the corner. The fact that the Liberal government's trying to tighten up because they know the Conservatives are on their coattails, right? That's a big thing too as well. Another big thing is obviously what's happening with the Canadian government. I'll go back really quickly to the interest rate. So January 29th is the next rate announcement. After that is actually in March. We skip all of February. So that lover month, the family month we talk about, I don't know why, but we're trying to go easy on the podcast.
Oh, we're going to tell you about an amazing event we're doing in February after.
Yeah, it's true actually. So, I mean, we just don't know exactly what things are going to go. A lot of things are up in the air, but I can tell you right now, there's a very good chance. There's at least a minimum of a 0.25% coming off of another 50 basis points between now and May. I can definitely promise you that because, again, there's a lot of talk. They have to. There's also, I'm not sure if you know the stats, but there actually is over 100,000 mortgages coming up for renewal every single month in Canada. That's crazy. And what do they say? Over 80% of all mortgages are actually in Ontario because it's the most populated province of Canada. That's another craziness going on. So you're going to see a lot of people who are they're going to say, I can't afford this increase. I'm going from an example of 2% interest rate to a 4.5 to a 4.25. Maybe
we're not talking about 6.5 anymore. We're going about 2.5.
So because the fact of that 2% increase of somebody going from 2% to 4 to 4.5, there's going to be a lot of people who can't actually afford their mortgage payments. So they're going to actually downsize, unfortunately. So what that means is there's going to be a lot of houses possibly coming onto the market around that $800,000 mark. And they're probably going to be actually selling that and then downsizing to a townhouse because they just can't make those payments as well.
I happened to think that this year the prices will be dropping up to 10%.
Okay.
And you know, I think that you right now kind of straightening out a little bit my thoughts. It's houses of 1+ million gonna be adjusted.
Oh yeah.
But I think the inventory of townhouses and maybe townhouse condos will stay in the same price and maybe even have a little bit of the increase. But the houses of 1.5, 1.6, 1.3 million, this is what's going to be adjusted up to 10%.
Yeah, the air gets thinner when you get higher, right? So.
Yes, for sure. Because right now, look, even the mortgage brokers, I know
Yeah.
that they do not take 1 million or 1.5 million as a big mortgages anymore. And I think CMHC insures them
It's a
also
one
up
point.
to
Yeah.
five. It wasn't like that because the prices were
You
different.
got it.
So yeah, I think it will be dropping the price, but in a particular segment of houses, not in all across the board.
It's true.
I want to tell you about my training that I went to Ottawa Real Estate Board, because we changed in Ottawa Real Estate Board the matrix that we're working
The
on. We are
software.
right
Yeah.
now, yes, we're right now on the same software as a Toronto Real Estate Board. Very interesting for us, been working with the same system for so many years. It is a complications of learning the new
Yes.
system, and a lot of agents in a very respectful age, I would say, people have a hard time to learn that. So when I came in, I saw a big screen and the dashboard from Ottawa Real Estate Board, which showed how many houses came up, and it was a red line like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it was lots of houses came up in the last week, and this much houses sold, this much. So line like that, house, line like this sold. It right away is telling me that it's shifting from the listing market to the buyer's market. And when it's
Did you hear that? I'm
yeah.
right.
It is. And when it's shifting to the buyer market, it means yes, people are going to buy. Yes,
Yeah.
the Bank of Canada going to support us. But the problem with that is that prices are going to go down. And it's just a segment of which price is going to go down.
That's true.
Because we in Ottawa do not like condos, but I feel that condos will go a little bit up. Not a lot. I mean, Ottawa still don't like condos. In Ottawa, we like more townhomes.
Or
And
townhouse condos.
exactly, or
Yeah.
townhouse condos,
Yeah.
because the condo fee is not that much. It's about 200, maybe $300.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. These segments of which houses going to go down, which going to
true.
be stable, and which going to go a little bit up. But I think this year we're not going to have a huge increase into the prices of the houses, but maybe we're going to see a little bit of a movement in the market.